It took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. Now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. 2 great pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple years. If you were playing now, you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game has evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did from the Pejas, Stojakovic's, and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for Phoenix, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Saric passes to Bridges. From outside, off the mark. Here are the Lakers. Here's Caldwell-Pope, rejected by Booker. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron. Yo, watch it.
LeBron against Bridges. James kicks it over to Schroeder. 5 to shoot over Paul. And too long on the shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the middle. 11 feet away. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Paul.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
The pass to LeBron. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Paul outside. On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. The feed to Saric. Over Caldwell-Pope. Saric, that's good.
But you got to respect the interior game of Saric. I mean, he's solid at using his size to his advantage down there.
Yo, check Dennis.
Schroeder against Paul. And here's Schroeder. Now here's Drummond. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Davis kicks to Drummond. Caldwell-Pope against Booker. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
And it's Drummond missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Booker dishes to Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. The shot by Paul, no good.
It almost looked like that spin left him a little dizzy. Didn't have a very steady hand there on the attempt.
Caldwell-Pope on the wing, defended by Booker. Paul against Drummond. Davis. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And the wide open shot from Paul. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, start it strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Charge with the bounce pass. Back to Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. No good from Booker.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Now, Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And slam dunk by Saric.
Well, Kevin, he's a better athlete than some give him credit for. Saric is capable at finishing off these alley-oops.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. Tries from 10. And another basket for the Lakers.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Paul. Over Caldwell Pope. Paul's shot is off. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Schroeder kicks to Drummond. James against Bridges. And that one's good. James. LeBron's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Booker outside. Lets the 3 fly. The Lakers with the rebound.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
With a floater, and it's laid in by Paul.
Feathery shot from the clever veteran. I mean, Paul's timing and release just right.
Here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston. Ayton against Drummond. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Andre Drummond, still a very potent scorer inside, Chris, but he's leveled off a bit with his production.
Yeah, Kevin, he'll get you about 15 to 16 a night, but I don't know if he'll ever be a 20-point per game type of scorer. He's working on his free throw, so he could get there. A lot of fans were hoping that he'd grow into more of a scorer, but it seems like he's best off as a complementary offensive piece.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Now, it took Drummond years of practice to improve his free throw shooting, and his hard work paid off little by little as his free throw percentage began creeping up. It's still a work in progress, though, but it's getting there.
Booker finds 8. Back to Booker. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
James, the pass to Schroeder. It's off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. Drummond with it. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Saric.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Davis. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he is able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And both free throws good for Davis. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned. And for me, this was big from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell.
Oh, wow.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
And here is Paul. Pass to Ayton. Over in the corner, Paul. On the wing, Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Caldwell Pope. That one wide left.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
He's checked in for Dario Saric. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fourth, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Paul. Now here's Kaminsky. Back to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Get up on Dennis. Schroeder against Bridges. Down low. Here's James. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And the pass to Kaminsky. Kicks it to Bridges. Ayton against Drummond. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Pass to Kaminsky. Can they get it? It's Drummond with the rebound.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Pass to James. Outside, Davis. And no good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Bridges against LeBron. Shoots over Bridges. Here's Drummond. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now, Kaminsky. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Ranked for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raise some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Passes to Drummond. Over Ayton. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Kaminsky up top. He's guarded by Davis. Booker with no one around drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
James against Bridges. James in the post. And the layup falls. James has got 12 in the game.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Booker looking around. Good on the shot. 5 points in the game.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
LeBron against Bridges. Pope loose. To the left side wing. Hall for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Right back after this break. You see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2k, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So for the Lakers right now, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. Davis. Rebound by the Suns.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Back to Schroeder. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Schroeder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Crowder kicks to Paul. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Strong form. Paul, he's a dead-eye shooter from beyond the arc.
Caruso, the pass to Davis. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Out left to the wing. Schroeder outside. The 3. And no good.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Here's Crowder. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Crowder's got his first 2 points of the night.
And with his feet set, Crowder can definitely hurt you from long range.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Paul kicks to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. For the 3, trains the three-pointer. Booker's got 10 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Now the dish to Schroeder. Paul grabs the board.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
The Suns making a switch here. Diallo's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Paul. And with Paul, he's one of the most heads-up players in the game.
Oh, and personally, Kev, I would love to have played with a guy like Paul, who is always 100% focused on the game. Paul can rub some players the wrong way, but he's the closest thing to having a coach on the floor in the NBA.
And Davis gets it to go.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Here's Kaminsky. On the wing, Booker. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. And that one's good, Caruso. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Paul with the ball. He's got 10. The pass to Kaminsky. Wing shot on the way. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Schroeder's got 6 points.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
And here's Booker. And they get it, and it's denied.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical, more to redirect shots.
Here's Davis. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Ball outside. He kicks to Kaminsky. Up top, Diallo. His last outing, he had 8 points. Ball outside from downtown. Drills it from outside. Paul's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
You got to appreciate how assured Paul is. He takes pride in torching the D on the catch and shoot.
Crowder against Schroeder. Good work defensively by Crowder. From outside the arc, and the 3 ball is good. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Kuzma outside. Now here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. And again, the Lakers no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Booker against Kuzma. Al Paul. He's got 13. Here's Diallo, and he lays it straight in.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Schroeder passes to Caruso. Schroeder, left side. And they pick up 2. Schroeder's got 8.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. It's good. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Here's Booker. 10 points for him. And the rejection by Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's Schroeder. With the second effort, he lays it in. 12 points for him.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the rafters and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Anthony Davis. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. Ball against Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Ball outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Phoenix no good that time either.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's LeBron. And they double up LeBron. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Paul against Schroeder. They need this. Paul can't get it to go. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Misses in close.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 26 points per game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's James. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And the in-between shot of James, a thing of beauty. I mean, he's so clever at taking advantage of this area of the floor.
Diallo kicks to Booker. And the rejection by Harrell.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Suns trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the rejection by Harrell.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Schroeder looking around. Here's Drummond. No good there. Now the Suns take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. LeBron dishes to Schroeder. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one.
Who's got Booker?
There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker the pass to Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. Paul can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles leading by 14. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Well, you just got to respect the leaping ability of Drummond, leaving the floor effortlessly, throwing it through the hoop.
Schroeder against Paul, and stolen by Harrell. Shot on the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Phoenix has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Here's Crowder, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And for a guy who shoots a lot of threes, Crowder does a pretty good job of getting himself to the free throw line.
The Suns have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Saric comes in for Shaq Diallo. And Raul Neto subbed in for Paul.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
Great D that time from James.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on his shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Booker against Caldwell Pope. Booker with it. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Lakers on top, ending the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-4 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
More often than not, Ernie, LeBron tries to involve his teammates early, but he came in ready to shoulder the load tonight. Terrific all-around performance in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm getting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Chris Paul is out there with Booker, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. It's a 16-point game. Kicks to Bridges. Pass to Paul. A rebound by the Lakers. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Caldwell Pope dishes to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Over Bridges. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Suns trail by 16. Saric passes to Ayton. Saric trying to break free, and that one's good, Ayton.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Saric. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Paul against Schroeder. James outside. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Ayton.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Saric outside. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And he makes both free throws. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Paul outside. Pass to Šarić. Shoots over Schroeder. Misses off the left iron. Los Angeles leading by 12. Caldwell Pope outside. Passes it to Davis. Back to Caldwell Pope. Here's the three. And again, the Lakers no good.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
To the middle, here's James, and James throws it down.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Booker outside. Good with time running down on the shot clock. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
James, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, here's Paul, and the lead is down inside single digits. Paul's got 17.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's James. 18 points for him. Count it. Good. James has got 20.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
And here's Booker. Now the pass to Šarić. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Šarić against Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Drummond up top. He's got 9. Dishes it to LeBron. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Free throw good, LeBron. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Both free throws good from James.
The agility, the instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends of the floor.
Davis against Booker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis. For Phoenix, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Drummond. Here's Caruso. Davis down low. Charge is there, and it's Davis missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Saric kicks to Paul. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Feeds to Bridges. Saric trying to break free. Bridges misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Paul against LeBron. Now, here's Bridges. That one goes in.
The bounce pass is the ticket there. Very nice assist.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and The coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Third is Chris Paul.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. From deep three-point range, the shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. The alley-oop and the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. On defense, the Lakers. 10-point lead. Pass to Paul. Here's Ayton, covered by LeBron. Ayton, the pass to Paul. Shot clock at 5.
Oh, he knows he has to be their defensive anchor. I mean, when Drummond hustles on this end, he can get these blocks.
Passes it to Caruso. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable. Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Here's Caruso. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 7. Booker, right side. He's looking for Sharge and finds him. And Davis sends it back. And he gets it back.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And finished off by LeBron.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. The pass to Booker. Ayton with it. Over to the left wing. James against Paul. Over Davis. And it's Paul missing. Lakers leading by 9. Kuzma, left side. Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
Oh, I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it like a Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Devin Booker. For Los Angeles, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
So Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Phoenix calls timeout. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
To check out DeAndre Ayton here. Great showing for him last season. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Saric trying to break free. No good from Booker.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA. But that should be easy.
And finished off by LeBron.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Pass to Saric. He kicks it to Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing. Los Angeles leading by 12. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Here's Davis. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Saric. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Saric has got 4 this quarter.
That's just sheer will. I mean, even when you body Saric, I mean, he stays after it and tries to score.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. To shoot. Phoenix grabs the miss. Saric has got 6 rebounds in the game. Misses from close range. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Banked in off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got 8.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
And here's Booker from the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Knocks it loose. Booker against Caldwell Pope. Here's Johnson. Davis with some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot. Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Here's Neto. James covering. Passes it to Johnson. He feeds it to Ayton. And stolen by Drummond. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Kuzma. Finished off the break.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Booker. He's got 19. To halt the run. Misses there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers lead by 17. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 17. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. He dishes it to LeBron. That one goes. Count it.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Free throw good, LeBron. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fire. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Yep, it counts.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Suns trail by 18. Here's Booker. Looking to get back on track here. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And Phoenix making a change here. Bridges checks in. Free throw good, Booker. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Bridges against James. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bridges. Good work defensively by Morris. Lakers leading by 15. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Booker finds Neto. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bridges with it. The pass to Neto. Booker outside. Over Morris. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
And James gets it to go. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Neto kicks to Booker. Back to Neto. Outside Crowder. Here's Neto. 4 on the shot clock. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got his 4th rebound in this one. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Neto, the pass to Bridges. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's Neto in the corner. Kicks it out to Booker. And a miss there on the triple.
I mean, with all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around their neck. I mean, somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 19-point game. Pass to Booker. Kaminsky with the ball. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Neto kicks to Booker. Over Caldwell Pope. No good from Booker. Lakers leading by 19. Schroeder, left side. LeBron trying to free himself up. And he comes up with the deuce. 16 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called, the Suns. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. And I got a chance to play home in Detroit. It was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years of my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Raul Neto. Paul against Schroeder to end the run. It's deflected. Here's Kaminsky. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, I mean, at 7 feet tall, Kaminsky is a load down there. He's good at drawing fouls.
And the first one at the line is good. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, we have excellent.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Crowder from outside. Cans it from downtown.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
And they double up James. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Schroeder against Paul. Shoots over Schroeder, and it's Paul missing. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Schroeder outside. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Crowder kicks to Booker. Kaminsky dishes to Booker. Hits the close-range jumper. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this is perhaps an area where Kaminsky is a little underrated. He has great court vision and makes really good decisions as a passer.
Morris looking over the floor.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron.
James in the post. He's guarded by Kaminsky. The Suns have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
A great feed, and that assist gives him a triple-double. You gotta love that kind of player, able to get it done in just about every facet.
Booker outside. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
LeBron passes to Morris. The dish to Schroeder. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Bridges kicks to Paul. Back to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Schroeder outside. Here's Morris, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Wow, Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Here's Paul. Rebound the Lakers.
Gets the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
Pass to Drummond. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Schroeder, right side, lobbed up there for Drummond.
But you got to respect the shot selection of Drummond. He does not play outside of himself, always in control.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And the Suns call time. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Sharch dishes to Paul. Kaminsky, the pass to Bridges. Hits it from three-point range.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
2 points. That one goes. 37 points for LeBron.
Love seeing James shoot the ball. He dialed in from that area on the floor.
Paul kicks to Booker. Pass to Kaminsky. Over in the corner, Paul. Booker against Caldwell Pope. No good from Booker.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And there's the pass to Davis. Over Sharch. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Davis has got 20 points.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
LeBron against Bridges. 5 on the clock. Sharch passes to Bridges. From deep. No good from Booker. And Los Angeles guys shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
Well, it's easy to look at his scoring as the key to this win, but there's so much more to it than that. It's a triple-double. He got it done everywhere.
A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Drummond. Schroeder dishes to James, and they double up LeBron. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it. 16 feet away. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 30 points. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Pass to Davis. Over Saric, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Schroeder.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And here's Booker. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later. Two teams, Doris. You were the primary ball handler when you played. What was your style?
Well, I think, the style that players want to play in, Kevin, are the fast-paced, open-floor styles, which really allows you to showcase, number one, if you're a skilled basketball player. Number two, do you have great athleticism? Is speed your best attribute? To me, a free-flowing, fast-paced, sort of read and react system is the absolute ideal style.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now here's Paul. There's the pass to Saric. Shoots over Schroeder, and it's Saric. That time on the assist by Paul.
This is a shot Dario Saric can make in his sleep. Give him the mid-range, he'll knock it down.
James against Bridges. James, no good. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Frank Vogel. And, Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, he didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. Here's LeBron following the basket by Chris Paul. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Passes to Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Ayton.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Schroeder against Paul. Saric trying to break free, and it's Paul missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And finished off by LeBron.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
Now, here's Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, if it's possible for a #1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, DeAndre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he can be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition.
Ayton hits them both.
Well, the #1 pick in the 2018 NBA draft, DeAndre Ayton, is going to be a feared big man for years to come.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, with that size and strength, for a 2-guard, Booker is a legitimate threat even in traffic.
James outside. The shot from the low post is good. James has got 6 points.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Paul with the bucket.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
LeBron against Bridges. Schroeder outside. Left side, Davis. Outside for Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer, no good. Suns leading by 3. Here's Saric. Lays it up and banks it in. Saric has got his second bucket.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
LeBron against Bridges. Pass to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Saric trying to break free, and he makes good on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Defended by Booker. Saric grabs the board.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
He feeds it to Booker. The shot misses. Great D that time from LeBron. Loads it up for Davis. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Saric. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Basket good. And it's 6 points for Devin Booker.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And the pass to Davis. Here's Drummond, and it's good. 2 points.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Paul passes to Saric.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston. LeBron dishes to Davis. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And one thing that's been plaguing the Suns for years, undisciplined play.
Greg, I think that shows up most typically in your bottom of the league in turnovers and personal fouls, both categories 7 years running. When you're at a competitive disadvantage in terms of talent and experience, you can't afford to make those mistakes.
The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his third basket of the night right there.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. And he gets the bucket. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Saric outside. Passes it to Booker. This one for 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 4. Schroeder outside. The shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Chris Paul. And here is Drummond. Dishes it to LeBron. Takes the 13-footer. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Ball again, Schroeder. Reverses. It's hauled in by the Suns.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Count the basket. That's now 8 points for Devin Booker.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Rockets. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific. but they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
Chance to see stats for Paul. Coming off a terrific season, 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Now here's James. 6 points for him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Davis kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Davis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That one falls for Anthony Davis. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Kept alive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a 3rd option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Raul Neto's checked in for Phoenix. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Suns leading by 4. Neto surveying the floor. Ayton in the high post. LeBron against Booker. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Schroeder, right side. Bridges with the steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Booker.
Now, part of that is recognizing the spacing, and Booker so good at finishing on the break.
Lakers trail by 6. Davis, the pass to James. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 8.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Booker with it. 10 points for him. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. 4th, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Phoenix leading by 3. Pass to Booker, and up the court come the Suns on the break.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. To the left wing. Loads it up there for Harrell, and stolen by Booker. To the middle. Here's Bridges. The shot will not fall. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Kaminsky. LeBron against Bridges. Ayton. That one, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. LeBron outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Davis has got 7.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now Booker. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And don't go away. We'll be right back. James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there.
Take a break.
LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person, even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Good on both. The Lakers in the lead. Schroeder outside. Kuzma outside. Schroeder against Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
So it's the Lakers now. Outside, Davis. He kicks it to Schroeder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense? Superb at penetrating towards the cup.
Here's Caruso after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Davis dishes to Schroeder. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Crowder inside. He's defended by Harrell. Kaminsky misses. Lakers trail by 3. And Davis, here we go. And it's Davis finishing it off.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Kaminsky. Outside Crowder. Here's Neto. The pass to Kaminsky for 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jay Crowder with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Neto kicks to Booker. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Crowder goes in. Shoots over Kuzma. Phoenix no good that time either. The Lakers trail. Outside Davis. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead bucket. Now here's Crowder. Tight defense on him. Rebound the Lakers. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Kuzma. Count it from 12.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Here's Booker. That one, no good. Great D that time from Davis. Passes it to Caruso. His three-pointers off the mark. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Neto. Kicks it to Booker. Pass to Ayton. To the wing right side. Booker outside. They could use a bucket. And the shot is long. It's a neck-and-neck game in Phoenix. Inside. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
In positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Checked in for Phoenix. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Lakers. Ball finds Kaminsky. Booker the bounce pass. Ayton the pass to Paul. Got a piece of it.
Wow, twice on the pipes from Dennis Schroeder. Woo-hoo!
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact. Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Free throw good, Booker. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Coming off a terrific season. First in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Yep, that one goes. Paul's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
And oozing with confidence right now. Paul makes plays off the bounce that others can't.
Paul against Schroeder. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Booker the pass to Ayton. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, the big man is capable of overpowering defenders. DeAndre Ayton against the contest. So good.
Ball's knocked loose. And up the court come the Suns on the break. assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's a 4-point Suns lead.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Here's Harrell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Booker in the post. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
It's impossible.
Indeed. Los Angeles. Markieff Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Dennis Schroeder. High arcing shot. Here's Drummond. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Suns.
Now here's Paul. He's guarded closely. Unloads from 13. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
James against Paul. And the dunk by James.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Pass to Diallo. Here's Booker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Booker's got 19 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And the wide-open shot from Morris, and it's off from three-point range. Booker left side. Paul outside. The pass to Diallo. Clock at 6. James with it. Chris Paul covering. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Paul. He's got 13. A rebound by the Lakers. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. In the corner, it's James from deep. That shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lakers trail by 6. Pass to Morris. Pass to Drummond. He kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped. Here's Paul. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. To the paint. Paul against Morris, and it's in there.
Well, this is how Morris makes his living. Lethal on the mid-range jumper.
Paul passes to Diallo. Crowder against James. Paul outside. This one for three. They get it back. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points in the game.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
And Los Angeles guys shooting with 42% accuracy in the second quarter. Drummond passes to Caruso. James looking it over. Looking to get it going. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Crowder. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now here's Paul. He's got 15. Kicks it to Kaminsky from downtown. Diallo inside. He's against Morris. They get it again. Goes up again. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Caruso, the pass to Morris. Drummond with it. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Here's Caruso. Here's Drummond. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Now here's Paul. Defense right on him. Booker outside to stop the run. That shot, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Lakers leading by 3. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Booker out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ayton in at the 5, patrolling the paint. The Lakers have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
One shot.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gav.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
James against Bridges. The shot. LeBron can't get it to go.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, you love the focus from a young big man, DeAndre Ayton, the hoop and the harm there. Nicely done. You think back to after the trade from Philadelphia, Dario Saric had a hard time getting settled in with Minnesota. They started him in a bench role, and it wasn't until he became a starter that you saw his productivity increase.
Free throw drops for Ayton. And Doris with Saric coming off the bench is something he's done in the past. But he had better results as a starter last season.
It would appear to me he is much more comfortable as a starter. His shot seems to come a little bit easier. The floor spacing this young man provides is a huge plus for his team.
Now here's Schroeder, just 4 to shoot. For the 3. The offensive rebound, Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Booker outside. Back to Paul. Down low. Saric trying to break free. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Devin Booker.
Well, this is the assertive mentality of Devin Booker. When he starts to find his rhythm, turn the lights out.
To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
2 shots. .
First free throw is good.
I don't know how often we can say we get to watch a once-in-a-generation talent, but how lucky are we to watch LeBron do his thing?
And both free throws good for James. Here's Paul. He's got 15. There's the dish to Booker. Pass to Ayton. And the pass to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Paul. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. Looking to end his cold spell. Schroeder dishes to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Inside. Here's Caldwell Pope. Lays it up off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got 12.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, let that guy get a head of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. Davis, the pass to James. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Paul passes to Booker. Booker draws the double. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
From deep, James. Rebound by the Suns. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Schroeder against Paul. Passes it to Bridges. Booker against Caldwell Pope. No good from Booker. Los Angeles leading by 3. Nobody near Schroeder. Sinks the triple. Schroeder's got his second basket.
Well, it's no secret that Dennis Schroeder has tons of confidence. You can see it on that pull-up jumper right there.
Charge up top. He's guarded by Davis. Schroeder against Paul. Bridges, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Now here is Davis. 11 points in the game. Releases from 15. Again, the Lakers.
There aren't a lot of ways to slow up LeBron James in the pick and roll. Even if you defend it perfectly, he can find a way to score.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. And there's the pass to Paul. A floater. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Ayton.
Well, the big man flashing his touch. DeAndre Ayton makes it look easy.
Poked away. Schroeder against Paul. Bounce pass from Drummond. Here's Davis. Got a hand on it.
Boy, really tough to score on DeAndre Ayton. Such a patient shot blocker, guys.
The Suns have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And Ayton throws it down.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
And here is James. 20 points for him. Pass to Caldwell Pope. They double him with Booker. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Booker, 25 points in the game. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Caldwell Pope, and Paul over to help. There's the feed to Davis. Over Saric. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Booker with it. Picked up by Davis. And it's Ayton missing. Lakers leading by 3. LeBron right side. Here's the teardrop. Good D by Booker. For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
LeBron against Bridges. And there it is for him. That's now 22 points for LeBron.
Boy, bump them all you want. If James has already started his motion on a scoring chance, little you can do about it.
And the Suns call time. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kuzma's checked in. Here's Ayton. Great D that time from Davis.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Booker against Drummond. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Kuzma's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Saric against Schroeder. And Saric kicks to Paul. Back to Saric. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. No good again that time. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Loads it up for Davis.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
James against Paul. He kicks it to Johnson. Ayton up top. 15 points in the game. They double him with Drummond. Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Lakers leading by 8. LeBron outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And finished off by LeBron.
Don't give LeBron James a lane to the hoop because he will be ruthless in his attack. He takes advantage anytime he sees daylight.
Here's Paul after the basket by the Lakers. To the paint. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Here's Johnson, 6 on the shot clock. From down in the low post, it goes.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
James dishes to Davis. Back to James. 1:58 left to play in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Phoenix making some changes. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And Diallo subbed in for Saric. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Suns trail by 9. Booker in the corner. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Booker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Davis kicks to James. Back to Davis. Lets the 3 fly. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 9. LeBron is doubled. Pass to Davis. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Booker drilled from 11 feet out. Booker's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Schroeder outside. Over Paul. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 11.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Paul. He's got 17. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. Paul's got 19 points.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
James against Paul. James outside. Fires for three. A shot off that time. And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Now Booker, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Anthony Davis is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in at the point. No good from Booker. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Davis. No good from outside. Suns trail by 9. Here's Booker. A shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Kuzma. Rejected by Booker. And he recovers it. Here's Drummond. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Kaminsky. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Paul against James. The pass to Kuzma. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Kuzma. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Johnson, the pass to Kaminsky. Here's Johnson. And it's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. LeBron is running. And that one's good. Schroeder.
For a guy who's a little bit smaller at the guard position, Schroeder is fearless. I think he likes contact.
Booker against Schroeder. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Schroeder against Booker. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Lets it fly from 18. Diallo, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Paul outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got his 6th rebound on the night, and it's Schroeder in the corner, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Phoenix Suns.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Mikal Bridges checked in for Phoenix. The Lakers also with a sub, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. both free throws good for Davis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Paul dishes to Kaminsky. Pass to Diallo. Over in the corner, Paul. 5 to shoot. Over Drummond. Phoenix, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 15. Schroeder outside. Passes it to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. There's the triple. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
Come on, box him out, man.
Pass to Diallo. Over Davis. And again, it's the Suns missing. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Crowder, he's checked in for Diallo. Paul, right side. Shoots over Schroeder. The shot by Paul, no good. Lakers leading by 17. Schroeder up top, defended by Paul. Schroeder passes to James. And LeBron throws it down.
And LeBron makes that insane dribble move look so effortless. What a showman he is.
Now the pass to Kaminsky. Trying to end the drought. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
No good from Booker.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Crowder with the steal. Ball against Caldwell Pope. Steps back and fires. And he gets it to go. 21 points for Chris Paul.
Beautiful stuff from CP3. Figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
From 10 feet out. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. No good from Booker. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points to the wing on the left.
Hey, who's watching now? I see you.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Dennis Schroeder over the years, boy, as he started to harness all that energy and talent.
Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Saric comes in for Crowder. Schroeder hits them both.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
Now here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
The Lakers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Davis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Paul against Schroeder. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists now in the game. Suns trail by 19. We have a step back. The shot by Paul, no good.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Nice ball movement here. Oh,
yes.
Goodness.
Well, at this point, Kevin, with LeBron rolling, the #1 goal on every possession, get it to the king.
Saric outside. Pass to Bridges. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, just such a crafty offensive talent. Devin Booker working the mid-range. What doesn't he do?
LeBron against Bridges. Passes it to Davis. Over Saric. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Booker. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Schroeder dishes to LeBron. Caldwell Pope outside. The three. Paul grabs the board. Suns trail by 19. Pass to Booker. Launches it. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game.
Well, the mechanically sound shooting form of Devin Booker on display. That is pretty.
Here's Drummond. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. Paul outside. Inside, Saric. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
There's the pass to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the three. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
LeBron against Bridges. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And the Lakers with another miss. And it's Phoenix's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Bridges kicks to Paul. Fires from deep. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Saric.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Davis. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Schroeder against Paul. Pass to Ayton. Booker outside. To the paint. Here's Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The Suns getting the bucket. Schroeder with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Shot clock at 6. Passes to James. Floats it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Lakers.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession. We watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Andre Drummond.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Cook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here is Cook. Outside Gasol. Pass to Davis. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Now here is Carter. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Neto can't get it to go. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 15-point game. 17 seconds left in the game. Caruso looking for an opening. A fadeaway, and that one's good by Davis.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term.